Last video we had a look at why the Riddler should be Batman's arch-nemesis. And in this video it's Two-Face's turn. As Two-Face is my personal favorite, I didn't want to start off with him, so I didn't seem like too much of an obsessive fanboy. Anyway, here are several reasons why Two-Face should, or at least could be, Batman's arch-nemesis instead of the Joker. Two-Face is Batman's most personal foe. Well, except for maybe Catwoman, but she's not even a villain anymore. Two-Face and Batman used to be close friends and allies before the former fell into villainy. In some versions they were even childhood friends. Failing to save Harvey is usually considered to be one of Batman's greatest failures. Not only were they close, but Harvey was also a great asset to the city as a crusading, uncorruptible district attorney. He was an invaluable ally for Batman. So naturally, whenever Two-Face is at it, it hurts a lot more for Batman compared to when it's the other villains. Two-Face's crimes are a constant reminder of his own failure and loss, and of what could have been. And there's always a faint hope that he might still save Harvey and bring him back. A Two-Face caper carries a lot more gravitas and emotional weight to it than your standard Joker spree. It must be rather conflicting for Batman whenever he's punching Two-Face in the jaw. Should he be happy he defeated his enemy? Or just feel sorrow that he had to do it in the first place? With the other rogues there are no such conflicting feelings. Batman loves punching them in the face. Batman and Two-Face are two sides of the same coin. This is often argued for the Joker, but I think it's a lot more accurate with Dent. And no, not because he flips coins, that is a nice coincidence though. Both Bruce Wayne and Harvey Dent went through traumatic experiences as children. Bruce witnessed his parents being murdered, and Harvey was regularly abused by his father. It's these events that shaped them into what they eventually became. Instead of using his traumatic experiences as a motivation to do good though, like Batman, Two-Face uses them to do evil. They're the same, but also the opposite. The Joker did not suffer from any childhood trauma. His one bad day happened as an adult, and we're not even sure it happened at all, as all the flashbacks in the Killing Joke story may be false. Also, Harvey and Batman were two sides of the same coin even before the former became a villain. They were both champions for justice and strived for the same goals, but used very different methods. Harvey Dent was a public figure who fought crime at daytime out in the open, using the law as a weapon. Batman was an outlaw who hid in the shadows of night and obscured his true identity with a mask. The White Knight and the Dark Knight. A lot of Two-Face crimes are also about some kind of twisted justice, what he considers to be right, but what others would call insane. The same can be argued for Batman's crime fighting, although to a lesser extent. Two-Face is like Batman gone wrong. Duality. Both Batman and Two-Face are all about duality. The Joker certainly isn't. Batman and Two-Face are two people in the same body, leading double lives. At daytime, Batman is playboy billionaire Bruce Wayne, and at night, he's the caped crusader. Two-Face is the noble Harvey Dent, and a vicious, cold-blooded supervillain. Like day and night. Unlike Batman though, Harvey is these two different people at the same time. He also wears both of his faces at the same time, while Batman switches between his two masks. Two-Face is almost like a sort of perversion of Batman's duality. He can never truly switch between his two sides, and his dark side is truly dark. The two characters having the same theme obviously lends to far more interesting parallels and story material. But no, let's just focus on a clown instead. Unlike the Joker, Two-Face is truly unpredictable. An argument people often use in favor of Joker as the Nemesis is his supposed complete unpredictability. The crazy clown might do anything at any time. How scary. But is the Joker really that unpredictable? No, not really. The Joker's crimes are all jokes, stuff that he finds funny. It might seem random and pointless at first, but if you look closer, which I assure you Batman always does, there's always an actual point and even a pattern, crazy as they are. You just have to understand the Joker's sense of humor and vanity. Two-Face, on the other hand, depending on the outcome of a freaking coin flip, he might either hug you or put a bullet in your head. Now that is truly unpredictable, and also pretty damn scary. Two-Face is as predictable as his coin, which is to say, not at all. He might do something good, he might do something evil, or he might do nothing at all. You never know with Two-Face. So if we're gonna choose our nemesis depending on who's the scariest and most random, Two-Face actually wins out. And now for my final argument, which most of you will disagree with, at least at first. Two-Face is the bigger threat. There, I said it. Two-Face is a bigger threat than Joker. He may not usually be depicted as such, but he actually should be. I mean, think about it. The Joker was a complete nobody before becoming a supervillain. Whoever he was, he can't have been someone important or powerful, as then he surely would have been identified long ago. Harvey Dent, on the other hand, was the city's district attorney, one of the most powerful and influential people in Gotham. Naturally, he would take advantage of that as a criminal. He's got ties everywhere. He knows the city inside out. He's got endless connections. He's got the resources. He knows everything there is to know about the law, which means he knows everything there is to know about breaking the law successfully. If someone should be able to come up with the perfect scheme, it's obviously the former district attorney, not the random nobody who may or may not have been a failed comedian. Two-Face should obviously have it a lot easier to amass an army of goons too, as opposed to Joker, or most of the rogues gallery to be frank. He already has the connections, the information, the schemes, the leadership skills, and the experience. Like, how is this even an argument? It's really the fault of the writers that they don't take advantage of Two-Face's background as a DA. Most of them seem to even forget he was a DA, especially the ones who portray him as kinda stupid. If he was stupid, how the hell did he manage to become one of the city's most powerful people, let alone pass law school? There you have it, why I think Two-Face should, or at least could be, Batman's #1 foe. If you can think of more reasons, write them down in the comments. Again, I'm not trying to convince you that Joker shouldn't be Batman's nemesis, I'm just demonstrating that he doesn't necessarily have to be. There are other options, believe it or not. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to continue this series, cause I'm not really sure if I should. It could get a bit repetitive, and I might piss off a few too many Joker fans. If you want me to continue, also let me know which villains you'd like to see featured. And as always, remember, Arkham Asylum awaits you in the next video. At daytime, Batman is Playboy billionaire,